What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, and I'm here for the news. And there's been another mass shooting. Now, anybody who follows my channel know that I've covered all of the mass shootings, and I make my assertions on what I think is going on. But at this point, I would love to hear, if this is your first time on the channel, and if you're a person who often visits the channel or supports the channel, I would like to hear from you. What in the hell do you think is going on? Why are there so many mass shootings? I go over these news clips time and time again, and I ask some of the same questions in some of these videos. Why would a person wake up and decide to shoot up a whole school, a hospital, a job? On the surface level, you can come up with answers sometime. But at this rate, and this amount of mass shootings, even the most layman person at this point would have to say, something just ain't right. Something's not adding up. Now, I've asked in all these videos, who are these people's doctors? What medicine are they being prescribed? I'm not a Johnny-come-lately. I've been covering this stuff for over a year now, and they leave out so much valuable information that can help you understand exactly what this is about. Now, my assumption is that a lot of these people are under some type of mind control. There's some type of assets. They just gotta be. Now, that's alleged. I would admit that is alleged. But by God, this is happening on a daily basis. And I said this before. When the pandemic first happened, all of the mass shootings miraculously stopped. But let's take a look at this clip. Got a brand new young man, Deion Patterson, 24 years old, say going through mental health issues. Let's take a look at the clip.
Tonight, the suspected shooter, who police say killed one woman in Atlanta and shot four others, has been arrested. Mark Strassman with the latest.
Police say this is 24-year-old Deion Patterson, accused of opening fire inside an Atlanta medical building.
Female shot, she's seriously bleeding, shot in the side of the back.
One person was killed, four others injured. All five were women, ranging in age from 25 to 71.
Within minutes, we had multiple trauma surgeons, multiple staff in the trauma bay itself.
Authorities captured Patterson several hours after the shooting.
We are able to bring this suspect into custody without further harm. He will be charged and stand trial for his crimes.
Sources tell CBS News the suspect became agitated while waiting for his appointment. He then took out a handgun and started shooting.
Once again, some of the reasoning is just, it's not adding up. Just like I just covered the Francisco Opeza. They told us the reason why he went next door because his neighbor asked him to stop shooting. So he went next door, executed 5 people, including an 8-year-old child. Look, I understand some people are crazy and off their rockers, but some of the reasoning is just beyond me. And like I said before, not every mass shooting, am I alleging, is orchestrated. I would never say nothing. I don't paint things with an absolute brush, but there's no doubt in my mind that some of these things are orchestrated. There's just no way, especially I think the number one way they're doing it now is through what they would say is prescribed medicine. That's why I ask in so many of these videos when I cover these mass shootings, what medicine are they being prescribed and what are the side effects of the medicine and who are the doctors? You never get that information. And if there is the medicine that's they're being prescribed, does the medicine is one of the side effects suicidal thoughts? Because there's medicines out there that has that. Especially with somebody who's already dealing with psychological issues and mental health issues.
A.J. Johnson heard the violence from 2 floors below.
We did hear some popping noise that we didn't know what the popping noise was, so originally we just ignored it.
A law enforcement source says Patterson, a Coast Guard veteran, is on medication for mental health issues. Police believe
There it is. He's on medication for mental health issues. What are the side effects of that medicine? Out of all the mass shootings I've ever covered, this is the first time I've heard them actually admit that and say that. And I've covered so many on this channel. That's the first time I heard them say that. Let's listen one more time.
We didn't know what the poppy noise was, so originally we just ignored it.
A law enforcement source says Patterson, a Coast Guard veteran, is on medication for mental health issues. Police believe he stole a car and fled the area after the shooting.
We behave as if this...
And when these people be ex-military, that's another eye-opener. I'm going to do a video here coming up on Fort Hood in Texas. To me, I'm alleging that that is another place where there is a lot of chicanery and some MK Ultra mind control. And it's also a place where there is a lot of sexual assaults taking place and a whole lot of things going on. But I'm going to wait to cover that case down the road. I'll probably do it within the next week. But when some of these people are ex-military, which they say he was part of the Coast Guard, you wonder who was his doctors in the military and when did it start that he started having psychological issues? Did he get the jab? You know, it's a lot of things that you have to ask these questions.
It's normal.
Georgia Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock called on Congress to take action on gun legislation.
We're not safe at concerts. We're not safe at banks. We're not safe at parades. We're not safe in our own yards and in our own homes.
And as you can see, this is the Warnock. He ran against Herschel Walker for the Georgia State Senate seat. And as you can see, they make this thing very political about guns. That's all they want to talk about. But they don't want to talk about the mental health aspect and the psychological side effects of the medicine that these people are given. And I think it goes way deeper than that. Way deeper than that.
And now today, we can add medical facilities to that list.
According to the Gun Violence Archive, this is the 190th mass shooting in the U.S. this year. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
Patterson's mother was with him at the medical center. She was not among those who were shot. Coast Guard tonight says he joined in 2018 and was discharged from active duty at the beginning of.
Well, if he was discharged, was he dishonorably discharged? Or was it an honorable discharge? Because, you know, if anybody knows anything about the military, they have this thing called a dishonorable discharge. And as you can see, they were vague with that. Because when you pull up these people's information, it's not that hard to get. And that should be something that you should, if it was dishonorable, you say it is dishonorable discharge. But then then people would ask questions, well, why? What happened? Who did what? You would start digging deeper. So they leave it real vague and open-ended. Here one more time.
At the medical center, she was not among those who were shot. Coast Guard tonight says he joined in 2018 and was discharged from active duty at the beginning of this year.
I mean, and they say he was with his mom. Very interesting. So he just, because they was taking too long, while with his mom, he just randomly pulls out a pistol and starts shooting inside of the hospital. They had a TV show in the 80s called Give Me a Break. And I'm seriously saying, give me a break. There's way more to some of these mass shootings than what they're leading on. And there's too much information being left out of these stories. But this has been another mass shooting. They said the 191st mass shooting. I don't even think it's been 191 days yet, has it? We basically had one mass shooting a day. That's absurd. And if anybody think all of these things are just by happenstance, coincidence, it's just happening on a fluke or a random, you got to be crazy at this point. Come on, wake up. But I want to go over that clip because I did see this. Deion Patterson, 24. Just pulled out his pistol, started shooting in the hospital. Unbelievable. But this has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Copper. I'm here for the news. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on it's been a 191 mass shootings ride. Peace.